by Kathy Wang,
Anna Shipsky,
and Maddie McLean.
The Branch Davidian group was started by Victor Hotef and was later taken over by David Koresh. The Branch Davidians settled down in a compound in Waco, Texas, when they started to prepare for what they believed to be the return of Jesus Christ. As a result, they started to collect weapons to prepare for what they believed to be the apocalypse. The ATF started to become suspicious when they noticed the excessive gun purchasing and rumors that David Koresh was sexually abusing the women and children in the compound. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, also known as the ATF, protect people against criminal activity. On February 28, 1993, the FBI initiated a siege where they encountered the Branch Davidian compound where they tried to negotiate with the Branch Davidians. They did this in order to persuade David Koresh in releasing his so-called hostages. During the standoff, David Koresh still kept his hostages inside the compound. After the failed negotiation, the FBI decided it was time to take matters into their own hands. The deadly encounter between the Branch Davidians and FBI and ATF greatly changed how the FBI and ATF handled hostage situations. Agent Charles Smith said, on February 28, 1993, the ATF agents attempted to execute a federal search warrant at the Branch Davidian compound in Waco, Texas. The warrant was never executed, which resulted in barricade. The FBI took over the next day and began negotiation on April 19th.
After reports of child abuse and an increasing large storage of illegal weapons by the Branch Davidian cult, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, also known as the ATF, decided to invade the compound in Waco, Texas on February 28, 1993. The day that the ATF agents arrived at the compound, they had a federal search warrant to arrest the leader, David Koresh, and to fully search the compound, says FBI agent Bob Heckman. But soon after, the Branch Davidians figured out what the federal agencies were planning to do. Agent Smith said that the agency's main purpose was to stop the illegal manufactured weapons from being produced inside the compound. The first day that the ATF arrived at the scene, a brutal gun battle broke out, resulting in several deaths, including 4 ATF agents. After this, the FBI tried to negotiate plans on releasing the hostages from David Koresh, the group leader. Very few children were allowed to be released from the compound, but the agencies knew that accommodating to the Davidians' needs would never work. So, their next step was to try and force the Davidians out of their compound. Then, for about 6 to 7 weeks, the FBI tore down certain sections of the compound in order to try and make the building uncomfortable for the Branch Davidians. The FBI made sure to warn the Branch Davidians about their plans for destruction prior to that day. Agent Smith said that the warrant service was on February 28, 1993, but the fire broke out on April 19th. For 51 days, the FBI surrounded the outside of the compound, as Agent Charles Smith stated. On April 19, 1993, the FBI tried to peacefully end the siege by using tear gas. This caused the cult members to fire back at the FBI, but Agent Smith said not long after the compound had caught fire. On April 19, 1993, a huge fire broke out and engulfed the Branch Davidians' compound. This mysterious fire trapped innocent victims inside the building with no way to escape. Many rumors had spread around as to who had started the fire. Agent Bob Heckman had claimed that the ATF and FBI had found several pieces of evidence as to why the Branch Davidians had started the fire. This fire explosion resulted in many deaths, especially those who were trapped inside the compound with no hope of getting out. By the end of the siege, 75 people were dead, along with the leader, David Koresh. This brought an end to the Branch Davidian compound. The burning of the compound in Waco, Texas, caused great commotion all throughout the USA. Some people even questioned if the federal agencies made the right decision to invade the Branch Davidian compound located in Waco, Texas.
After the 51-day siege was over, the incident resulted in over 80 deaths. Devastation hit the country by storm, and this got people thinking of how the federal agencies should handle hostage situations similar to this event. This event made people question how far religious freedom laws and gun control would be acceptable in the future. Lots of people were rethinking if they felt safe within their country. Some citizens turned their back on the U.S. government because they didn't step in sooner to solve the problem. There were many uncertainties as to why the federal agencies handled this hostage situation the way they did. Therefore, the deadly encounter between the Branch Davidians and the federal agencies greatly changed how the FBI and the ATF handle hostage situations. Agents have made an effort to handle hostage situations in a more peaceful manner, in order to make sure that a siege like this never happens again. Gun control is taken as a more serious matter, and today, many ways have been created to stop the use of guns, like having a gun permit and only using weapons for self-defense. Today, agents negotiate hostage situations in order to maintain peace. Agents negotiate with the kidnappers to make sure the hostages come out safe and alive. These lives were lost in order to serve for the development of laws amongst the federal agencies.
News out of Silver Spring, Maryland. A gunman has entered the Discovery Channel building on Georgia Avenue in Silver Spring and taken at least one hostage. And this is video we received just moments ago of bomb techs and SWAT teams on the scene getting ready to enter the building. Captain Paul Starks of the Montgomery County Police updated the situation moments ago.
He's making some demands I'm not going to go into. Right now, we are speaking with him. We have the situation around the building, the streets clear, and we have the building contained.